Great to have you here at Fly Palmy Arena on this beautiful Palmerston North Tuesday. Andrew Horrocks alongside, now that the World Cup cycle is finished, former New Zealand Under-17 women's assistant coach Ryan Doubledown. Ryan, good to chat to you this morning. What have you looked at so far today?
Well, this morning I saw Westlake put on a clinic this morning, disposing of their opponent quite easily. They're looking like they are the front runners for this tournament. And then the round just before this, we had 4 AA games going on. St. Peter's playing Rangiora, which was close for a while before St. Peter's pulled away. Rotorua playing Tauranga Girls, a duel from their zone. Rotorua Girls pulling away towards the end, looking like they're going to get top spot in their pool. And then Stack, who we commentated last night, playing quite well against Mount Albert Grammar.
Always good to hear that there's so many games going on. What's quite cool, isn't it? 60 games a day across 9 courts. Only $20 for the week. Talk about value for money. That is insane. Bargain.
Absolute bargain. Sometimes when there's a lot of good games going on at once, it's hard to pick what court you want to be on to get the best action, but it's a good problem to have.
I always try and put myself in that corner between court 3 and court 4 so you can see all 6 courts going on at the same time, but as you said, it is a quality problem to have, as we'll get ourselves into the team list with just under 3 minutes until tip-off. Firstly, for New Plymouth Girls High School, number 4, Lily Jo Robinson. 5, Leah Dallinger. 6, Lauren Abrams. 7, Sophia Louis. 8, Ruby Helms. 9, Charlotte Butler. 10, Georgia Aldershaw. 11, Opal Hardy. 12, Macy Death. 14, Sophie Wilkinson. 25, Geordie Sands, and the head coach is Tony Aldershaw. For St. Kentigern College, number 3, Charlie Yock. 6, Maya Mialamu. 12, Giselle Forster. 13, Charmaine Tapling. 14, Maya Bennett. 15, Tiffany Thompson. 21, Madison Sinelli. 23, Anamia Rangihaeta. 24, Sophie Jones. 33, Narissa Vavau. Head coach Darcy Finnegan, and assistant coach who's just been named to the Tall Fern squad travelling to Australia, Olivia Berry. So Ryan, who are some of the players that have stood out to you thus far in the tournament as we take a look at referees Amy Jo Clark and Marshall McCabe?
A couple from Westlake. Izzy Pugh is on fire. I saw her playing this morning and she's moving well, blocking shots, dominating under the basket. Her point guard, Mackenzie Chatfield, playing really well. There's a duo for Rotorua Girls, Carly Ohia and Hana Lacey Rameka, who are doing really well. And I think after watching them play this morning, they might be making a case for a top 4 spot at the business end of the tournament. But there are a number of girls who have both represented New Zealand and staking claims to perhaps represent New Zealand in the future at this tournament.
Now, one name that I saw that jumped out to me on the score sheet, there is another Ledger Walker playing for St. Peter's.
There is. Unfortunately, though, Tanika, she hurt her knee in the first quarter of the first game yesterday and won't be participating for the rest of this tournament until they figure out the severity of it. So I talked to her yesterday. She was really disappointed because she said she was playing really well up until it happened. And had been looking forward to this for a long time.
Gutting for Tanika, yeah, I remember she was doing the stats for their team in 2019 next to her mum Leanne.
Yeah,
in that final.
She was coming off the World Cup campaign for the New Zealand 17 girls, so I was really looking to show her improved skills, and unfortunately, and it hurts the St. Peter's team, even though they're still competitive, that she's gone down and won't be able to participate.
Well, thoughts with Tanika as we have a little look at Darcy Finnegan on the whiteboard. Of course, she's done a fantastic job Ryan, I don't know if you've done much of it, but she was a player coach for the Auckland Dream winning the D-League this year, and that can't be an easy task to do.
Yeah, unfortunately I can't relate to that because I quickly figured out I wasn't very good at playing and got into coaching. But I'm sure it's not an easy job doing both, especially when you're on the court trying to make substitutions or tactical changes.
Right, the Kaitakuru are almost ready to go here in game number 2 on the live stream on day 2 of the AA Nationals. And what a marathon it is. A 6-day tournament. Ryan, when you go away on these NZ tours, sort of how many games are you looking at playing a day and how long are the tournaments?
Thankfully, on the tours we only have to play 1 game a day. But the tours can vary from 7 days to, I think, for when we went Asia's to World Cup back-to-back, we were away from New Zealand for 28 days. Oof. So that was a long trip, and that was just due to COVID. So that's not normally the case, and girls don't have to spend that long away from home being immersed in basketball. But even the typical 12-day tour, by the end of it, you start to miss home and all those comforts.
So when you talk about those 28 days tours, are they having to do isolation on the other end, or is it this end, or?
No, it was just because of the Asia Cup got pushed back a year where other zones in the world held their qualifiers for Worlds. So we had the 2021 Asia Cup this June, and then if you qualified, we just went straight over to Hungary where they had the World Champs. So, fingers crossed we don't see another pandemic for a few hundred years and there'll be no month-long tours for age group teams.
No, not in our lifetime. Anyway, just waiting for the volunteers to get ready as we look at the form guide for New Plymouth Girls High School. In their 2 pool games, lost to Epsom Girls 61-68, and then lost their second game to Waimea College 49-77. For St Kentigern College, lost to Rotorua Girls High School 39-68, and then Tauranga Girls 54-80. So both teams looking for a big win here, try and kickstart their campaign as we are underway, and it's going to be St Kentigern's College ball. As we see, looks like a 2-1-2 here for New Plymouth Girls. Out of the high post. Good rotations. Cross-court pass. Kurufifi Toru attempt is good.
Really nice ball movement from St Kent's to start the game, and they're rewarded with a wide open 3 that went straight in.
As we see a 1-2-2 there from St Kentigern's on the other end. As the tūrapa goes the way of St Kent's, looking to add to this lead early on their second possession. Tip ball. Once again, patient ball movement. Over the top into a little fake dribble handoff. Turns the corner. Pass inside. And Rangi Haeta couldn't corral that pass from Maya Bennett.
Aldershaw slowing it down for New Plymouth.
Great little cross-court pass. And a little hook shot from Charlotte Butler is short. Tūrapa goes to St Kent's.
Opal Hardy harassing the ball handler.
Lots of good talk here from both teams. There's a tough shot there. Here is Bennett. Great little pass, and off glass goes Charmaine Tapling.
Yeah, the energy's high in this gym, which sometimes with the acoustics is a bit hard to generate, so it's good from both teams at the moment.
Thought I recognised Maya Bennett. Actually used to coach her older brother Lucas in high school. Shout out to Lucas if he's watching, as we see a foul called there, and it's going to be baseline ball at New Plymouth Girls High.
Looking to get on the board here from this baseline out of bounds against the zone.
Nice little jump shot there, and that's short off the tupper. Tūrapa goes the way of St Kent's.
Coach Aldershaw will be happy with that shot, uncontested baseline jumper.
And Bennett here in the high post. Happy to work it round here. And a tough little floater tipped from Bennett, and away come New Plymouth, but that's going to be a turnover ball in the front court, so it's going to be 14 seconds on the shot clock for St Kentigern's College.
What are the new rules to help speed up the game is front court turnovers resetting to 14, not 24.
Kuruwhiwhi Toru attempt, no good. Offensive rebound, and there's going to be a couple of Kuru Tatuku for St. Kitts. I don't know if you saw, did you see the new rule in the Spanish ACB this year?
I did. It's interesting. I'm not sure if I like it yet, but it'll be interesting to see how it goes throughout the season.
There's going to be some serious gamesmanship, I feel. People kicking the ball away potentially. As we see the first one made there for St. Kitts.
St. Kitts looking to extend their lead to 7 points.
And misses the second. Turapa goes the way of a New Plymouth girls. Great spin move from Opal Hardy, and she's blocked. It's going to stay New Plymouth girls ball. And a lovely little roll there off the tupper. And New Plymouth girls now back to a single possession game. Turnover.
New Plymouth a little sloppy on the offensive transition. A couple of loose passes have gone out of bounds.
Lovely little jump shot. But that's all off glass, and away come New Plymouth girls.
St. Kitts really focusing on that high post area, looking to play through that part of the court. Deep
Nice.
three.
Open Kuruwhiwhi Toru. And a good hand there actually from Anamaya Rangihaita.
Charlotte Butler had the position. The St. Kitts managed to tip it away and allow their defense to set up on a dead ball situation.
As we see Darcy Finnegan there, all smiles on day number 2. Oh, what a find there, but block and the Travellers called. How she found Sophie Wilkinson in that traffic, I've got no idea, but as we take another look at it.
It's a really nice pass, wrap around the outside of her cylinder, high quality.
Here is St. Kitts back live, left wing. Good work there from New Plymouth. And lovely jump shot there for St. Kitts. 33, Narissa Vavau. And even though they're in that 2-1-2, the weak side seems to be really, really wide.
Yeah, if they get that high post catch, New Plymouth are collapsing, which can allowing the offense to find the shooters on the baseline. Turnover by New Plymouth, St. Kitts basketball.
Right, here is St. Kentigern's College out of that high post. Little flick pass from Bennett, pays off. Vavau, post move. And that's tipped out, away come New Plymouth girls high. Jump stop, step through. And an opportunity there for Arkuru Tautuku.
Opal Hardy drawing the foul. Stops the clock, 5 minutes 57 seconds to go in the first quarter, and nails the first.
Let's see Coach Aldershaw, a few words to say. Misses the second. Turapa goes the way of St. Kitts. Here comes Charmaine Tapling, kick ahead. And the Maka Tupana. No good as Hardy. In and out, Turapa. Here comes St. Kentigern's College. To the hoop, and no good on the Kuru Whakau.
Backward and forward action here.
Oh, Hardy, what a lovely little hesitation dribble there. Just opened up a little bit of space, made the defender hesitate.
She's showing a bit of skill here to open up those court, Opal Hardy. I'm enjoying it.
Oh, great pass. Here is Bennett. Lovely kick out. And a beautiful three-pointer from Charmaine Tapling.
St. Kitts really showing their mucker ability.
The Kuruwhiwhi Toru. Always love to see, as we see in our right. On-ball screen. And it's going to be St. Kitts' ball. Let's have another look at this from St. Kitts. Beautiful finish, collapse the defense.
Just really looking for that extra mucker and they're getting rewarded with wide open shots.
As Maya Mialamu there is blocked, and it's going to stay the way of St. Kentigern's College. Always good to see, isn't it, with these co-ed schools, Ryan, having both girls and boys qualifying for this tournament.
Yeah, it's a testament to their program and the quality of coaches. Certainly that St. Kent's have managed to lure to their school with Darcy Finnegan and Aaron Young from the Huskies.
As we see a kickball violation. Yeah, Aaron Young, former Rangitoto College student, came here in 2009 as a player, now as a coach. And Darcy Finnegan, actually a former student of St. Kentigern's College, so anytime you can get a former student back as a coach, especially of the calibre of Darcy Finnegan, that's a pretty good coup.
Yeah, they've certainly got the facilities up there to match their coaching quality, which must be great for the student body.
Great take there from Sophia Louis, and she is going to go and shoot some kuru tatukus.
Chance to close the deficit to 3.
Just rolls around the tapa there and goes out. Long there on the tapa for the second, but offensive rebound that's worked out there for Lauren Abrams.
That's Coach Keller giving up an offensive rebound on a free throw. Darcy Finnegan won't be happy.
Good defense, Hail Mary. And away comes Varval. Kick ahead. Charmaine Tapling on the right wing. Good rip, Varval. Finds Mialamu. Good kick out. Tapling off the tapa. Turapa goes the way of the New Plymouth girls. And they draw the foul.
Tapling already hit a shot like that, so New Plymouth a little lucky there.
As we see some higher pressure there from St. Ken's out of the zone look. Big Kuru Fifi Toru attempt. Offensive rebound again for Abrams. Aldershaw, good kick out. Gets it back, tries to spin, and that's a tough look. As Sophie Jones comes up with the ball.
Spacing just eluded New Plymouth there. That made it hard for that catch and pass.
Great give into the high post. Kick out Varval. Kurufifi Toru attempt is good.
I think they've hit 3 threes from the exact same spot.
Might be a little adjustment needed from Coach Aldershaw if he wants to take a timeout. With 2 minutes and 50 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Lovely little skip pass. Gets caught though under the hoop. And the jump shot is off the tapa. And rebound comes St. Ken's way. What can they run out here through Tapling? Lovely little skip pass. And Rangi Haeta just slowing things down a little bit. Trying to get into that high post again, aren't they, Ryan?
They certainly have put an emphasis on operating through that high post. Sophie Jones just threw that three a little long off the tupper. The longer this quarter's gone on, the better New Plymouth's ball movement has been, and they're getting rewarded with some quality shots, which are finally starting to drop.
A little jump shot there from the short corner, Luca Cablar-esque, but it's short, sorry, long over the top. And away come New Plymouth girls, little spin, pivot, jump shot is a bucket. Sophia Louis.
Back-to-back baseline jumpers from New Plymouth girls. Some backcourt pressure forces a turnover. They draw the foul. Chance here with 90 seconds to go in the first quarter for New Plymouth to cut the lead to 2.
Well, we saw it yesterday, and it's happening in the first game and now this one. The pace has just picked up so much in these games.
Fast-paced games. make for enjoyable games. And I think FIBA, along with their changes of the rules, are really trying to promote higher scoring, faster paced games. Lauren Abrams is long on the first free throw. The second one is good. Marcy Death entering the game.
A little hesitation there for St. Kitts. And a good take for some Kuru Tautukus. As we have another look at it here on the action replay. Rangihaita.
Unfortunately, Sophie Wilkinson couldn't get out of the way in time and committed the hara. St. Kitts couldn't make them pay though, missing both at the charity stripe.
Is that one of those ones as a coach you go, yeah, good foul?
Depends on the importance of the person getting into foul trouble. You'd rather not give them the opportunity, but if they happen to miss it, they happen to miss it. Again, really good ball movement here by New Plymouth, putting pressure on the rim, drawing the 5th team foul of St. Kitts in the quarter.
And it could be really important for them if they can get 2 more possessions out of this quarter. The opportunity to get some freebies, always handy.
Ruby Helms makes the first. And the second. 1 point game.
Great start here in the second of the live stream games. AA girls action. New Plymouth girls up against St. Kentigern College. St. Ken's up with just under a minute to play. 14-13. Back into that high post. Mia Lamu. Rangihaita, lovely kick to the corner. And once again, they get the Kuruwhiwhi Toru attempt. And the tūrapa goes the way of New Plymouth girls. And they could have thought about a 2-for-1 opportunity there, but now, with the way that shot clock and game clock's looking, hold for a quality look, try and get a lead into quarter time. And I take that back.
Yep, Opal Hardy had better ideas.
Rangihaita, kick ahead pass. Thompson finds a cutting Sophie Jones.
That's a risk of that quick shot. A long 3 results in an uncontested fast break for St. Kitts.
Well, anytime you can get a kuru whakau, you've got to be pretty happy as a coach. And so now 6.9 seconds to play as we have another look at it. The kuru whakau, nice and easy for St. Kitts.
6 seconds on the clock here for New Plymouth. Another nice pass from
What
Hardy.
A swing pass and soft roll and in for New Plymouth girls. So quarter time here. St. Kentigern College 16, New Plymouth girls 15 as we have another look at that soft roll.
Opal Hardy has really shown an ability to pass outside of her center and going to her right. It's been impressive to watch.
What else has stood out to you in this first quarter, Ryan?
New Plymouth a little slow to start. They're taking some one-pass shots in the beginning of the quarter, but as it went on, they really moved the ball well and started getting some quality looks. St. Kitts, they operating through the high post. They're patient with the basketball, moving the ball, taking high-quality looks. They took a number of threes. They made 3 of them. Can they sustain that percentage, or will they need to start looking at something closer to the basket as we go on? It'll be interesting if any team jumps out of their zone or perhaps extends any of the pressure, especially with it being close. These 2 teams will be looking to secure their first win to try and get into the probably likely the middle 8 bracket. So it's a bit of a risk-reward scenario if they're going to extend any pressure, but we shall soon find out.
It's good, isn't it? Once you get further and further into this tournament, the games just start getting tighter and tighter. That's what you like to see, especially that middle 8 bracket, that they can make or break it, because it doesn't just affect this year, it also affects the seeding for 2023. So for the sake of your zone, you want to try and do as well as you possibly can.
Yeah, exactly. There's on both sides of the gender, there are some perceived pools of death where a number of teams who are good enough to make the top 8 won't make top 8 because of how the previous iteration of nationals ended and how those pools work. I'd say for the AA girls, the most competitive pool is going to be Pool A with St. Peter's, Cambridge, St. Andrews, Rangiora, and even the Mount and Mount Albert Grammar, who are all there or thereabouts, and only 2 of them can go through.
Well, it's tough, isn't it? You don't want to end up on that 2-3 playoff. Anytime you can get that top seed, get that extra games break, that's going to be massive as you go into day 5 and day 6.
Yeah, especially with the length of the tournament, having that day off, that extra one less game to rest the body and save the energy, could pay massive dividends towards the business end.
It could be perceived as an upset, but last night Sam Dempsey probably wouldn't agree. Nelson College taking down the top seed in their pool, Westlake boys. So there might be one team that doesn't get out of that pool, which is going to be, they're going to be feeling a little bit unfortunate about it.
Yeah, again, there's a couple of pools on the boys' side that have some really talented teams, which may not get through to the top 8, but that's the beauty of the tournament, right? Better take care of business.
Great use of the high post there through Georgia Aldershaw. New Plymouth girls, 6 on the shot clock. Kona Koruwhiwhi Toru attempt. And they get the tūrapa. Tossing up off glass, another tūrapa. And the kuru whakau, no good, but they get the tūrapa again. Something for St. Ken's to work on in the very first minute of this second quarter.
Rebounding. Four chances for New Plymouth, unfortunately they couldn't convert. And then a quick shot by St. Kitts and New Plymouth back down on attack.
Well, I remember you making a very good point yesterday about how it is a lot harder to rebound out of these zone looks. As the jump shot is good.
Opal Hardy, again showing her class.
And a lovely steal there from Sophia Louis.
New Plymouth have come out of this break with a lot more energy, and it's sped up St. Kitts in their first couple of offensive positions.
Tough inside look there, trying to find Lily Jo Robinson. But well defended from Maya Mialamu. And it's going to be New Plymouth ball with 15 seconds on the shot clock. Just working things around. Still 3 seconds to play. Hardy. Hook shot was blind. Rebound. Sanelli.
Bit of a rush shot there by New Plymouth, trying to get it up before the shot clock.
Rangihaita off the glass and in for the Koruwhiwhi Toru.
The friendly roll off the tapa.
And if you look at their shooting map, it's going to be pretty red hot from that top of the key on the 3-point line. Good rip and go, little floater, that's long. And here comes Charmaine Tapling.
St. Kitts slowing it down. I think Darcy Finnegan would like.
Another Toru attempt from up top. Left short off the tapa. Tūrapa, New Plymouth girls. Oh, lovely Makatapana.
St. Kitts with a poor transition defence. They'd run out the top of the key on the 3-point attempt, and New Plymouth still managed to beat them down the floor. That's not going to please Darcy.
Total attempt along there.
I think we might be getting a timeout soon here.
That came pretty hard off the Papamuri. To the hoop, no good. Turapa up and in with the Kuru Whakau. And we're going to see a timeout called, as you said, Darcy Finnegan.
Here it is. Yeah, I think if you contrasted the start of the second quarter for St Kitts versus first quarter, they were much more patient on offence, and they're just getting rushed into some quick shots, so much more contested threes, which are leading to leak-outs for New Plymouth, and they've taken their first lead of the game, 21-19 here with 6 minutes 43 to go in the second quarter in Fly Palmy Arena. You can see Darcy Finnegan on screen giving a troop some instructions on what she'd like to see post this timeout.
What about from New Plymouth girls? What adjustments do you think they've got to make? Because St Kitts have had a lot of open shots from the top of the key. Is it something that needs to be talked about, or is that just going to be the one thing that they're going to give up the whole game?
Yeah, well, it all depends on what Coach Aldershaw wants to give up, and if that's a 3, live or die by the 3, then they could keep giving that up. I would probably, if I was Coach Aldershaw and I wanted to give up 3s, I'd maybe want to try and get a hand up on Rangiha Ita, who's hit 3 threes already, and then maybe let everyone else keep shooting. But we'll see what the adjustments are made. I'm really pleased to see that the pressure New Plymouth have put on St Kitts since quarter time that's forced them into some rush shots.
Finally got to see a box and one just before on Merrick Rillstone. First time I've seen it this week.
Yeah, I think Jackson Stubbins, coach of St Bernard's, has had to try a few different things to see if they could slow the under 15 national MVP down a bit in the previous game. Much better ball movement there by St Kitts, and they get a free throw line jumper.
Great shot there from Tapling. I was talking about young players making tournament teams. I remember Tane Murray made it as a year 11. You confirmed to me before that Rillstone's only year 10, so you wouldn't think that's happened many times. I think Rob Lowe might have done it, but he was already 7 foot by the time he was 12, so it was a little bit easier for him. But if Rillstone can get there as a year 10, a very impressive thing indeed.
Yeah, Merrick Rillstone's certainly very talented, and he's been named in the recent under 15 team to go to Guam at the end of the year, which is well deserved from him.
Sophia Louis, great step through shot there off the Papamuri.
Still,
and see 2 shots there.
Yep, still operating at the high post, but much more poised the last 2 positions out of the timeout.
Are you ever a fan out of the high post of running an X action off that?
Not off the catch. The off-ball screens like the Golden State Warriors run out of the elbow or off the elbow catch. I like those actions, but not off the X.
Rebound Opal Hardy, and away come New Plymouth girls. Again, looking for that high post. Good rip and go, jump shot. And Turapa goes the way of St Kentigern's College.
St Kitts will be happy with that shot. It was a heavily contested jumper.
And almost lovely high-low action there. Referee Marshall deciding that came off Charmaine Tapling.
A little bit of extended pressure here from St Kitts.
And a beautiful Maka Supana.
It is a risk though. If they can get the ball away from that trap quickly, then it does leave the weak side open.
Baseline jumper, no good. Offensive Turapa for St Kitts.
Nice ball movement.
Long off the tupper, Turapa, New Plymouth girls high. And we're going to see a bit of ball movement here, rotate it round. And they could have got an open 3 instead. Lovely cut and finish off the glass. Once again, Opal Hardy.
You know, a great pass there, but even better cut by Opal Hardy as the defenders keep their eyes on the ball. They all turn their heads and she cuts right into space for the uncontested layup.
Wide open Kuruwhiwhi Toru. Unconverted from St. Ken's, and away come New Plymouth girls. Being much the brighter of the two teams in this second quarter. All the time in the world for the Kuruwhiwhi Toru. And that's going to go off the tapa and out of bounds from Leah Dallinger. So you've got to be pretty happy with that shot, Ryan.
Yeah, I think both teams at last possession creating wide open threes, unfortunately for both teams just not going in. But the ball movement is of quality today, which is good basketball to watch.
If there is one thing I'd like to find out a little bit more information, is near see a backcourt violation. There is a bear and a St. Ken's jumper on their sideline. We're going to have to find out a little bit about that as we have another look at the last possession. And that came off a lot of legs. And here come New Plymouth girls. And it just looked to me like there St. Ken's had gone into wahine to wahine defence.
Yeah,
a little change there from Finnegan.
Sophie Wilkinson trying to duck in and under the hoop when the ball's at about halfway.
Here is Bennett, spins up, and that's going to hit a lot of Papamuri. Mid-range jumper. Hit the tapa twice.
Beautiful kick ahead by Opal Hardy. Unfortunately, Robinson got his shot blocked.
Here comes Rangi Haeta for St. Ken's. The RI from Maya Bennett. And here come New Plymouth. Oh, fake the Euro. Opal Hardy.
Some serious speed down the court, and she just asked Coach Aldershaw, I'm tired, I need a break. Here comes the sub. But she's deserved it, that's for sure.
Another RI for Rangi Haeta. And these offensive boards for both sides not getting converted. That might change though as we go further along.
The game really opening up in the last 90 seconds, end action.
Great strip, just over 2.5 minutes to play here in the second quarter. And a foul that's going to give both teams a break. I don't think they'll be unhappy with that. It's got to a frenetic pace, hasn't it?
Yep. A few subs for each team here, just get some fresh legs on the court.
Here are St. Ken's. Mialamu with the spin, finds Bennett. Dribbles into a defender. Mialamu up and in.
Bennett with a sneaky drop-off for Mialamu.
What would you say that was, 2.9 seconds in the key?
Must be. Refs will record it if it was longer. Yep, St. Ken's definitely in the man-to-man.
Interesting though, if you look at how they started, it almost looks like it's a 1-2-2 that then drops into a matchup. Nice little adjustment there from Darcy Finnegan.
Paid dividends, got the turnover.
Here is Mialamu to the hoop and the Kuru Whakaū.
Defense leading to offense, forcing a timeout by New Plymouth. Backwards and forwards action here.
Great to watch. What's the adjustment here for Coach Aldershaw?
I think they'll be talking about how to handle the man-to-man pressure. They're right up in the personal space of New Plymouth girls. It's about how to stay in a threatening stance and using that pressure to their advantage. And then making sure they get back in transition defence. It wasn't, Coach Aldershaw wouldn't be happy with that.
I always find it quite impressive. If you can teach your young players to be able to stay in front and get that close. As we have another look at the bear that's on the St. Ken's bench. If anyone's got the story about that, please send it through to me. But yeah, players don't like handling that pressure, so if you can get used to it, if you can learn how to do it, it's a very impressive skill that's going to take you a long way.
Very impressive skill. Underrated, in fact. The ability to stay in front while making the offensive player uncomfortable. 29-25, New Plymouth Girls over St Kitts with 1 minute 41 to go in the second quarter.
Had the pleasure this morning of going for a coffee at Cafe Cuba. Very impressive establishment.
It's Palmy icon. It's been around longer than me in the city.
I tell you, I wish we almost had like an outside commentary booth, because you can just see outside from here, and it is an absolutely beautiful day in Palmerston North.
Stunning.
I was chatting to family back up in Auckland, and it's grey and overcast, so if anyone wants to jump on a flight, come down, watch some amazing basketball, see some beautiful sights.
Bit of off-the-ball activity there, and they've called St Kitts for a foul.
Darcy Finnegan there asking for the hare takunet, otherwise known as the intentional foul. Not given.
And the third as well. That could have gone either way. Unfortunate for St Kitts. On Maya Bennett, and with the third foul.
Straight into the high post through Sophie Wilkinson. Steps around Mialamu. Almost converts, and she's going to go to the line.
Referees deeming there was too much contact, calling the hara there.
Well, they're lucky she wasn't matched up there with Maya Bennett, because if that had been her fourth foul, never a good sign.
Not in the second quarter, at least.
And it depends on which viewpoint you're looking at it from. From a New Plymouth Girls point of view, it would have been fantastic as well. Short there on the second attempt. And we're going to have a sideline inbound for St Kitts.
New Plymouth sticking with their zone. They haven't really looked to change it up too much.
Still in that 2-1-2. Here's Mialamu, athletic catch. Little skip pass tipped, and away come New Plymouth Girls. Nice little pass here into Wilkinson. Bodies on the floor. And Mialamu, oh, great little outlet pass there from Mialamu. Rangihaita thought she might pull up for that one.
Good patience.
Great extra passes here. Mialamu, spin move. And she's fouled and going to go to the line.
Some nice footwork there by Mialamu drawing the hara.
Let's have another look at that one. In the high post, spin.
Sophie Wilkinson a little bit shaken up after that, grabbing her shoulder.
Converts the first. And that score going up on the wrong side. Now corrected. Makes both, so 29-27. New Plymouth Girls, 40 or so seconds to play. Here in game 2 of day 2 on the live stream. Lily Jo Robinson gets blocked there from Charlie Yock. So do they try and break, or are they going to slow it up here and try and bleed out of this position? Rangihaita finds Mialamu. Rangihaita again. Kurufifi Toru off the right tapa. And they can actually hold for the last shot here, which they won't. So New Plymouth Girls chance here to end the half on more than a one possession game. Long Kurufifi Toru attempt is short. So we're going to go to halftime here. New Plymouth Girls 29, St Kitts 27. We're going to have a quick commercial break and come back with some analysis.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah.
This isn't about long-distance calling, technology, or living overseas.
Do I have one more bid? Thank you.
We're going to go once. We're going twice.
And we are sold to the Kiwi phone bidder from Manchester.
It's about Bailey's finding buyers that others can't.
Kia ora, Lauren Hiblay here here from the Tall Ferns. We're out here in Flaxmere Park in Hawke's Bay. We've just opened up this new basketball court for hoops and parks. It's really cool to provide the tamariki with somewhere to go, somewhere to be physically active, play a bit of basketball with their friends. Good asset to the community, especially for those young ones who want to get amongst basketball. So yeah, it's really cool to see us open this new facility in this park that is just beautiful in Hawke's Bay.
Kia ora, Pierre Cameron here. Just want to talk a little bit about the Hoops in Parks and the Hoops in Schools program. It's been amazing. The return on investment is priceless. The accessibility for all the kids and the tamariki to get in here and enjoy themselves, especially through these trying times, been amazing. And just to get outside, you know, it's pretty awesome walking outside and seeing this kind of ballpark available. It's great, especially in these times.
Kia ora whānau, Peliri Oli here, Councillor for Flaxmere Ward, Hastings District Council. I'm here to support the initiative today, Hoops and Parks. Very, very amazing result, and it's encouraging our people to come and spend time here, and especially together with the youth. I encourage other councils to jump on board. Yeah.
Kia ora, my name's Tiatu. Really enjoyed it here at the Flaxmere Courts. And looking forward to play again.
We've been waiting for the courts to open for a while now. Now that they're up, I'm glad that they're here for an activity after school. And yeah.
I like that the courts are purple.
What I like about the court is that it's different to many other courts in Flaxmere.
I like these courts because they're in a good position from if you want to go to the park or come here. And I like it because it's easy to bounce the ball and take easy shots.
My name's Ricky Lee. Shout out to everyone that made these courts happen, and yeah, me Naz.
No time to fluff around today? No worries. Just swing into Caltex and pay for fuel with Pay an App to speed on through. Ooh, yeah. Feels good. Use it at your local participating Caltex.
Welcome back here to Fly Palmy Arena as we have another little close-up at the bear sitting at the end of the St. Kentigern girl bench. This is girls AA action Pool B. St. Kentigern's College up against a New Plymouth Girls High. Andrew Horrocks alongside Ryan Doubledam. Ryan, what have you taken away from that first half?
You know, I really like the adjustment St. Kent made about 4 minutes into that second quarter where they went from a zone to the man, and it's really, the game was slowly getting away, and it's brought them back into the game. It's forced New Plymouth into a few turnovers, into a few rush shots. Conversely, New Plymouth had stayed true to themselves in their 2-1-2 zone, which, you know, most coaches would be happy only giving up 29 points and a half. 27 points and a half. So, yeah, it should be a really entertaining second quarter, especially watching the chess match between what kind of defensive coverages both coaches want their girls to show on the court.
Well, we did see a little bit of full court pressure at times, as well as a zone show into Wahine to Wahine defense. So, as you said, the chess match and really getting into that bear. Might have a something like that after tonight's games.
Just spelt a bit differently.
So, nearly back underway for the second half of this game. And don't forget, tonight we've also got 2 single A matches, both girls and boys, from 5:45. I'll be joined by Joshua Thompson for those two. Was recently on the 3x3.exe tour to Japan, of which Olivia Berry was a part of.
Talking to Josh Thompson this morning, he said he's off to Turkey shortly with a Lincoln 3x3 team.
What? Man. You coaches, you guys have got the best gig in town.
I mean, I can't complain. It's been an enjoyable winter in the Northern Hemisphere. St. Kent's ball to start the second quarter, looking to tie it up or even take the lead with a three-pointer.
So the Kaitakaro are back on the floor and ready to go. And it's going to be St. Kent's to get us underway in quarter number 3. Little step through, and that is going to be a
kick ball violation on New Plymouth.
Yeah, I was looking at it like that. Waiting to see the hand go up from Amy Jo Clark. Never happened. Oh, lovely cut. And the Tūrapa New Plymouth girls ball.
Nice little out of bounds play, knowing that the zone was going to switch in a quick turn and dive. Unfortunately missed the layup.
Great pass into the high post. Kuruwhiwhi Toru attempt. Went off the Papamuri. And the Tūrapa is going to come the way of St. Ken's ball. Tapling. Jump shot. Strong. Out come New Plymouth girls. Great pivoting there.
Yeah, that man-to-man pressure is just forcing them to play a little bit quicker, a little bit wilder. Lily Jo Robertson got stuck with the ball above her head and already used her dribble.
That is Rangi Haeta. Again, pivoting into the high post. Tapling just assessing. And I quite like that little head shake. Just trying to tell the player, just cut. Couldn't convert on the pass.
Cut back door and she'll find you.
Robinson gets trapped somehow. Finds a teammate, blocked, but gets the ball back. Kuruwhiwhi Toru attempt again off the Papamuri.
Nice box out there by Giselle Forster, forcing New Plymouth to commit the over-the-back violation.
It's always nice, isn't it, when you can give a little shout out to the fundamentals that sometimes might not get the love they should. And out of bounds, still St. Ken's ball.
Charlotte Yock a little long on her three-point attempt. Number of threes from both teams to start this third quarter, none of which have gone in. Some early subs here by New Plymouth girls. St. Ken's ball baseline, 12 on the clock.
You can see Mia Lamu there in the background, just instructing the players where to go. And a foul is called and will go to the line.
Sophie Wilkinson caught trying to block Forster's shot from behind, drawing the hutter. Chance to tie it up here if she can make both. Short on the first.
Finnegan watching on. And off glass there for the second one.
A friendly ball.
1 point game here. As the Wahine to Wahine defense is beaten and Wilkinson almost converts on the M1.
That extended man-to-man defense there kind of cost St. Ken's, allowing Sophie Wilkinson to post up underneath the basket with no help side, able to draw the hutter on St. Ken's.
A beautiful Maka Periperi though, just to lead her into the basket. Converts the first, back to a 2 point game. And misses the second. Away comes St. Ken's. Looking for a quick ball rotation. Go back down the right hand side. Into the high post. Beautiful from Mia Lamu, gets the soft roll.
She operates really well out of that high post, and it was a nice soft touch. Gets a deflection there.
Into the hands here of Aldershaw. Trying to create some space for her teammate, Opal Hardy. Kuruwhiwhi Toru attempt is good. Thought that was going to go in and out off the tupper.
Almost hit every part of the tupper.
Let's have a look at it. I think it might have.
3 or 4 bounces.
Good tip there from New Plymouth girls. Mia Lamu finds a cutting teammate in Giselle Forster, but the floater was short, and away come New Plymouth girls. Hardy, another Koruwhiwhi Toru attempt. Hit the Papamuri, scramble. Great angle on that from the sideline. And away come St. Kent girls.
Unfortunately, Hardy couldn't go back to back. St. Kent's chance.
Tappling short. And the tūrapa to New Plymouth through Leah Dallinger. Gets the arai from her teammate. Wilkinson, little hook shot. And we're going to have a kickball violation that's going to stay New Plymouth girls.
Quick feed by Hutter into the post. He almost led Sophie Wilkinson to another basket around the hoop. Subs here for St. Kitts. Mialamu taking a break.
So Koruwhiwhi Toru attempt long. Good rebound there from Sophie Jones. Strong box out. And Vavu. Oh, skip pass, beautiful. Koruwhiwhi Toru attempt was long. And there's going to be a Hara. New Plymouth girls ball.
Nice box out by Charlotte Butler, drawing the Hara. We're 4 minutes into this third quarter, Andrew, and St. Kitts have taken all threes but one shot. I would like to see them trying to get the ball inside a bit more.
All travel called. Was about to celebrate the M1. Marshall McCabe disagreed. Yeah, just put that third foot down. Well, you know the old adage, Ryan. 3 points is worth more than 2.
It is. That's correct math. But when they don't go in,
they all equal 0.
Yes. Turnover forced by New Plymouth, and for the second straight position, St. Kitts in a 1-2-2. So let's see the quality of New Plymouth's press break. Oh, pretty tidy.
Nice little pass in there to Wilkinson.
2 dribbles, 3 passes, and a layup. Beautiful.
Rip and go. Blocked by New Plymouth girls. Still alive here for St. Kitts in the strip. Away come New Plymouth girls, just trying to go over the defender to make that pass. Rangahaita. Will she look at the total attempt? No, makes the extra pass.
Another great box out by Butler. Doing a great job on the weak side boards.
Oh, what a lovely little step through there from Sophia Louis.
Little Euro. New Plymouth, the biggest lead of the game, up 37-30.
Yeah, would you look at a timeout in the next minute or so?
I wouldn't want it to get to 10. I'd take a timeout before I got to 10.
Vav out the top to the wing. 3 on the shot clock. Rangihaita. Koruwhiwhi Toru attempt no good. And we're not going to see a timeout here. We're going to see a substitution. Maya Bennett back into the game.
If my memory serves me correctly, Mialamu hit that turnaround jumper in the key, and there was a Miss Forster floater. Those might be the only 2 shots from inside the arc this period. So if St. Kitts can't get anything going shortly, then Coach Finnegan's going to have to take a timeout.
Koruwhiwhi Toru attempt is short. Another offensive rebound, no good. And here come St. Kitts.
Quick hands by Hardy. Slowing them down.
I think it might be the shot quality on this possession that might determine whether or not a timeout's taken. And with an offensive foul, we're going to see Mialamu back into the game.
Maya Bennett. offensive foul. That's her fourth. So she's going to take a seat.
So New Plymouth here, a chance to stretch this potentially to a full possession game as Opal Hardy called for the travel on the spin.
Looked pretty, but she took an extra step, according to the referees.
Here's Tapling, kick ahead into Mia Lamu.
Nice.
And I tell you what, while she's getting 2 free throws there, if we just got a cutter off her drives, they're going to get wide open layups every time because she's drawing so many defenders.
Yeah, she commands a lot of attention, and as soon as the off-ball defenders turn their eyes, then one, if not two, should be cutting into the paint and then back out to keep that weak side occupied and giving Mialamu one-on-one coverage.
Mialamu makes both. And it's a welcome reprieve there for St. Kitts. Back to a 5-point game. Louis, little handoff. And great finish there from Ruby Helms. Fortunate with the tip, but sometimes when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. Sometimes she just does that.
Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
Do you subscribe to the saying, the better you are, the luckier you get? As we see a great jump shot there from Tapling.
I think if you always give yourself a chance, at some point you're going to get lucky.
Here is Louis.
The amount of times the team has hit a long bank shot at the end of a quarter just because I've chucked it up and it's gone in, and my team doesn't. It's just give it a chance. Just give it a chance.
As we're going to see a foul call there.
Baseline ball for New Plymouth.
Let's see what Tony Aldershaw's got drawn up. A little jump shot there out of the corner, and it is good.
Nothing but net from his daughter, Georgia.
Perfect execution, love to see it.
The lead's hovering between the 5 and 7 point mark the last couple of minutes.
Some good Maka Tapanas there from St. Kitts, but can't convert on the shot. And Louis just throws that one behind Ruby Helms, so it's going to be St. Kitts ball.
A chance to close the deficit here as we wind down this third quarter.
As we see the advertisement hoardings take a little bit of a battering. At least it was the Basketball New Zealand one and not one of our sponsors ones. Great turapa there for New Plymouth girls.
Yeah, Selfie Wilkinson using her height advantage to take the board off St. Kitts. Great
cart, Louis. Hardy tried to go there off the Papamuri.
Bit of a wild shot. Yeah, Lamu showing his strength to rip the ball. Now footwork. Turnover.
Away come New Plymouth girls. Chance here to open the game up to 10 points. Hardy on the left wing, rip and go. Hits the side of the backboard.
Probably a little bit hard done by them.
Was quite a lot of contact on that drive. Here's Mia Lamu, little Euro. And she's been a very, very calming influence on the St. Kitts team as Mia Lamu. As we take another look at it.
The offense is a lot different when Mia Lamu's out there too, when she's on the bench. She does a good job of commanding that tension in the post to really get the ball moving, whether it's her own shot or a teammate's shot.
Makes the first. Leaves that one short. You heard the call of off. Gets her own rebound though. And here's Rangihai to find Milamu in the post and was looking for Tiffany Thompson, who just cut off that weak side wing.
6-point game here at Fly Palmy Arena. 55 seconds to go in the third quarter. As Sophie Jones enters the action, giving Mialamu a break before the quarter.
Little hit, glass off the Papamuri there, and New Plymouth girls up 43-35. Korififi Toru attempt, no good. Big surapa for New Plymouth girls.
Yeah, Sophie Wilkinson just using her height there to out-jump everyone. Again on the offensive end.
Wilkinson, little hook shot. Leaves that one short. St. Ken's ball, and they're going to have the final possession.
Sophie Wilkinson a little bit frustrated with herself, leaving that one, little baby hook short.
Out of the high post, top of the key, and Wilkinson looking to kick it ahead. 1 second to play, and they're not going to get up in time. So 3/4 time here in Fly Palmy Arena. It is New Plymouth girls opening up an 8-point lead over St. Kentigern's girls, 43-35. Ryan Doubledam, what did New Plymouth do there in that quarter to open this lead up?
I think with Mialamu out of the game, that it just took away from St. Ken's offense, and for the good first half of that quarter, that they were just shooting threes, and I don't think they made one the whole quarter. So they're forcing shots that they're happy to live with. They're rebounding really well out of them, which is creating quick opportunities down the other end, and when they don't have the quick ones, they're relatively patient, getting shots for the likes of Hardy and Wilkinson down low and really making them pay.
What about for St. Ken's? What's one of the adjustments that they could look at if they don't have Mialamu on the court? How can they try and get themselves some easy buckets to try and get back into this game?
They could post up some of the other players, and having their weak side cutter that we talked about, just to really move the defense, keep some good spacing, maybe square up from the elbow or the low block, and really put some pressure on the rim. They tried the 1-2-2 press, so they could go back to something like that or something a bit different, because New Plymouth did have some success breaking it relatively easily. But if St. Kitts need to chase this game, they're going to have to do something to create some more positions.
So just under 15 seconds before we get back underway. Right, I'm going to throw you on the spot here a little bit. This afternoon, you're out of the commentary booth. What games are you going to look at going to watch, if any? Or are you going to be wandering around?
I'll be wandering around for the most part, but I'll have a look at Westlake girls again, probably Hamilton girls, some of the top girls teams, and I'm sure there'll be a boys game that's got top 8, middle 8 implications on that. Will be worth watching. There's another, I think, 3 rounds to go today.
Yeah, it's closing in 5 rounds of pool play, followed by the prelim quarterfinals, into quarterfinals, semi-finals, and the finals that are going to be live on Saturday afternoon. Looking forward to those. Tony Aldershaw just having a little conversation with the referee. Maybe some things that he's seeing that the referee's not. I'd like to pull him up on.
I think for a large part, this game's been really well officiated, which is credit to the referees and the players themselves.
Right, so St. Ken's get us underway in the final quarter of this girls' game. And what a pass to Mialamu. And we talked about cutters perfectly finding Maya Mialamu there. And St. Ken's, 1 possession, 1 score. Can't ask for a better start than that.
Lots of energy on the defensive end for St. Ken's to begin with.
And we're going to see Geordie Sands fouled, and she's going to go to the line. And they can just take the window of the sails, can't it, a little bit. A foul on the very first possession.
We'll see if Sands can make them pay here. Misses the first.
Makes the second. Back to a 3-possession game. Here come St. Kentigern's. Nice little cut there. Find the high post, but couldn't corral the pass. Away comes Louis. And she is fouled.
Sophie Jones is not happy with the call there, but her hands were caught in the cookie jar.
Well, she got unlucky because she did get the ball, but the way that she got to the ball, going through the player, made it an easy call. And what a wonderful angle we got there from the sideline.
Sophie Lewis at the free throw line. Again, New Plymouth missed the first.
And misses the second. Rebound at Mia Lamu. Good outlet pass. St. Ken's, can they get a quick score? Rangi Haita. Yeah, nice little pass and cut to the corner. Just trying to get that high post. There they go. Back into it. Any cutters off the ball? Rangi Haita out of the corner. Korufifi Toru, no good.
Yeah,
rebound Wilkinson.
Seeing that position, both the 2 times I went into the post, just the offense standing around and looking, which makes it really easy for New Plymouth, and they come down the other end, get it straight to the basket and get an and one. Geordie Sands to the line for the old-fashioned 3-point play.
Great pass again. You can just see the arm on the right shoulder from Tiffany Thompson. Easy call for the referee. Opal Hardy diving for the ball, and that's going to pay off there for New Plymouth girls. It's going to stay their way.
The hustle play off the rebound from the free throw. Won't be pleased with Darcy Finnegan.
Sands on the right wing, little rip and go. And jump ball was called. A split second too early there from Amy Jo Clark. She apologises to everyone in attendance.
Yeah, it was a quick whistle there. Charmaine Tapling showing good strength to rip it off Geordie Sands.
Rangi Haita from the corner. And the turapa comes off the hands of Charmaine Tapling, and it's going to be New Plymouth girls ball.
She's gone cold. She hit 3 in the first quarter, and unfortunately just hasn't been able to keep knocking them down to drag out that defense and give the inside a bit more space.
Maybe it's the spots. Maybe the top of the key is her spot. Corner's not as confident. Great harassing defense. Calling for the travel with Sophie Jones. Not given. Hardy heaves it. And that is a heartbreaker for St. Ken's.
Really good intensity on defense by St. Ken's, forcing a contested 3 hard off the backboard, and Geordie Sands just in the right time at the right place, scooping up the rebound and again putting it in and drawing and one.
And we're going to have a timeout here for St. Ken's. We have another look at that last possession. Didn't quite catch all of it, but she's really come on, Geordie Sands, in this fourth quarter. As we now have it all.
Good pressure from St. Ken's here. Ball's on the ground, loose. Opal Hardy here forced into the contested 3, and just Geordie Sands not giving up on the play.
Great work to get around that box out. And now it's an 11-point lead for New Plymouth girls. It's getting a little bit tougher here for St. Ken's, isn't it?
Yeah, they're really, without hitting the 3s from the outside, it's allowing the defense to sink in. Every time they get a high post catch or a low post catch, there's no cutters to move the defense. So hopefully they can nail a couple of 3s to see if they can close this gap or force New Plymouth to do something differently to maintain their lead. I've really liked the energy from St. Ken's on the defense. They just, so far it hasn't paid off, and if they stick with it, hopefully it will.
Tell you what, if you've got to give the cheers coming out of timeouts advantage New Plymouth girls from that one, nice and loud.
Interestingly, that with 7 minutes and 56 seconds down the quarter, St Ken's are already in the penalty. So if they foul any time in the next 8 minutes, your Plymouth's going to be at the free throw line.
What's the earliest in the game, as we see a miss the free throw, that you've seen a team intentionally foul?
In New Zealand or?
Oh, well, let's go both.
Well, overseas it would have been Hack-a-Shack. Isn't there a clip where like 6 seconds in the game, Popovich did it just to take the piss?
Oh yeah, it was the first game of the season, just to laugh at Shaq.
Yeah. I wouldn't know New Zealand, not off the top of my head. It's not really something that...
What a finish there from Sophie Wilkinson.
Not really something that coaches do. Maybe if you had a deep bench and it was a single elimination knockout game where like you got to do something to speed it up, and there are poor free throw shooters.
Here's Hardy on the left wing for New Plymouth Girls. Spin move off the tapa, offensive rebound again. Wilkinson blocked by Sanele, and that is going to come off New Plymouth Girls and be St Ken's ball.
Mialama returning to the action.
Well, it seems to be how they're going to play here, isn't it? Burst of a couple minutes, sub it for a couple minutes, and then put it back on. So let's see if they can make a run here. Mialamu, and that's where you need your shooters up the top. Rangi Haida.
There she goes.
Back alive, bringing this back to a 10-point game.
If she can hit another one or two of those, really going to turn this game around for St Ken's.
I think as well the key for St Ken's is...
Sanelli a little over aggressive there. And the penalty. Too many fouls too early. Bails out New Plymouth and sends them to the free throw line.
That's one that's going to tear your hair out when you watch this back as a coach.
Sophia Lewis looking to make them pay. The only benefit for St Ken's is that it stops the clock.
Misses the second. Good rebound there from Vavau. Kick ahead pass for St Ken's. Can they get a nice open early shot? Here's Mialamu. Jump shot is short. Rebound New Plymouth. One adjustment I'd like to see at the moment, Ryan, is putting Rangi Haita in that top spot at the moment. Just having her in the corner, even though she hit the last one. She's going to get a bit more of the ball up the top. And at the moment, it looks like she's going to get some open shots if she's there.
Yeah, if you could post up Mialamu down low and then put some players on the wing or the high corners to really drag out their defense, then Rangi Haita is going to be the reversal offensive player who will get.
There is that post up you talked about.
Some open shots from the spot, which she's knocked down three pointers already.
So St Ken's, this is going to be a big possession if they get a score here. Back to single digits, just over 5 minutes to play. Mialamu, and that is going to be called on the ground.
Baseline ball again. Here's the up screen for Mialamu. Yes, nice play, Maya Bennett. Unfortunately, could not convert.
Great wall up though there from New Plymouth Girls to make it tough for it. Here is Louis from the wing. That looked good from the commentary box. And when you're in the bonus and you're aggressive, free throws.
Yeah. A little bit hard done by their St Ken's. They forced New Plymouth Girls into a quick three-point attempt. Unfortunately, couldn't get the rebound without fouling. Opal Hardy missing the first. And the second. But St. Ken's failed to secure the defensive rebounds. Darcy Finnegan showing her displeasure. New Plymouth getting a third crack at the same trip down the court.
Great spin move from Hardy with the left hand. What a finish, Opal Hardy.
Flips it up and in. 13-point lead for New Plymouth, 5 minutes to go.
Here's Rangi Haeta. Bodies on the floor, away come New Plymouth girls. Good kick ahead pass. And Hardy with the easy kuru whakau. And timeout, Darcy Finnegan, 5:08 to play.
Yeah, Darcy Finnegan in a really tough situation here. You need to speed the game up to get more positions, but you're in foul trouble. So you can only be aggressive so much, or we'll be saying the opposite. Look, just slow down. We've got a 15-point lead. They've only scored 40 points in 35 minutes. We just want to take really good shots later into the shot clock unless we've got wide open layups like Opal Hardy just had. Referee's calling time in. Interestingly, from his international trips, the referees are sticklers on getting in on time. With about 15 seconds to go on their 1 minute timer, they're in, calling us in already. And if we go over that 1 minute, we get a warning next time's a technical, which is something I would like for New Zealand referees to bring in, is that we get them out of these timeouts faster, because sometimes coaches will just ignore the referees and get an extra 30 seconds.
We had it in a comp I was assisting a couple of weeks ago. The head coach was getting annoyed because he was getting called back and we're going miles over. He's like, doesn't the minute start from when the players come in the huddle? It's like, no. Once it's called, that minute starts, you've got to be quick.
Yeah, they've got to hustle over, and you've got about 35, 40 seconds of communicating before they need to be back on the court.
But no, I do agree. It is 1 point. I mean, it's one of those things, right? It's what do you like to have points of emphasis for referees, and then what do you need to have? And I guess it's in that like to have. You see a very obvious foul call there. Yeah, it's in the like to have basket rather than need to have.
Because it's not in the live play, it would be an easy adjustment just to be like, look, here's the rule, here's how we're going to police it. And it's only going to take a couple of technicals for coaches to start speeding up how they communicate.
It's frustrating from the other end, right? Because you'd come back from those trips, you'd make the adjustment, get through your timeouts quicker. Your players are back out on the floor for about 30 seconds before the other team's back out. And it's like, well, how is that fair?
Exactly. Exactly.
All right, here come New Plymouth girls. Are they going to find Wilkinson in the high post? No, they can't. Great tip there.
And some of it becomes a conditioning thing. So I've got to have fit athletes because they've got to run over at the start of the timeout, sit down, be able to grab a drink, understand what's going on, and then get back in within a 45-second span.
Great floater there from Tapling. And this pressure is paying off a little bit there, Ryan.
Yeah, another turnover.
Rangi Haeta just losing the handle. Varval into Bennett. Looks to spin. And great rip from Georgia Aldershaw. This game just getting back up to that frenetic pace. Aldershaw, good rotation. Here's Sands, puts her head down, back to Aldershaw.
Oh, nice move by Hardy. Unfortunately couldn't make it, chases her own rebounds. What I like there from New Plymouth, they could have kicked it ahead, taken a quick layup. But they moved it around and they took 21 of the 24 seconds they could and just slowly running on the clock. However, Coach Aldershaw called timeout just to calm down the New Plymouth girls and perhaps talk about how to break the 1-2-2 three-quarter court pressure.
Still 3:14 to play in this one. Plenty of time to erase a 13-point deficit. As we see some of the teams just coming to watch before their next game.
Hot to Polder boys. Short drive from Fly Palmy Arena here, getting ready for their single A fixture. Geordie Sands getting the coach's chair in the New Plymouth Girls timeout.
Love to see it. Was it us that was talking about players, leading timeouts? Andre Iguodala doing it for the Golden State Warriors. Good to see it here as we talk about best here at the tournament. I thought Jacob Fotus couldn't be touched, but that one might actually take the cake.
Yeah, there's some interesting here ties in the competition. There's I don't know if you had the pleasure to see Greymouth play.
Not yet, but
there's a stunning mullet.
Oh,
stunning blonde mullet from one of their boys.
Because I was chatting to Mike Lacey and we're talking about longest commutes to this Nationals, and a drive from Greymouth to Palmerston North must be a fun one.
I think even if you combine the drive to wherever they fly from plus the flight, would be up there with some of the longer ones.
Who would you fly out? Would it be Christchurch? Have to be, right? Or was there a airport in Westport?
Yeah, they might go Westport to Christchurch, or maybe it's just cheaper to drive over to Christchurch. I'm not sure. But talking to Ray Cameron from Whangarei Girls, that there was good 9 hours in the van on the way down.
Here's Louis. Almost gets that one to drop. And Mia Lamu says hello to the Celtic sponsors sign.
Again, St. Kit's like forcing tough shots, just can't finish off with those rebounds.
So, still New Plymouth Girls.
Yeah, they should have another 14 here on the shot clock just to get closer to the triple zeros.
Hardy on the right wing, has to put it up, leaves it short, and that is result A if you're St. Kit's.
Yeah, really good defense, forcing a tough shot. Should be a shot clock violation here, regardless of who it went off.
It's the Amy Jo Clark there, just step in and make a very decisive decision.
Let's see if St. Kit's can find any points in this position.
Here is Mia Lamu, great skip pass, one more.
Good ball movement.
Tappling off back iron, great rebound Wilkinson, and we're going to have a jump ball. That's going to stay with New Plymouth Girls.
For Darcy Finnegan, you'd be happy with that shot. You probably need to be scoring quickly if you're St. Kit's, regardless if it's a 2 or 3, and it was wide open, so you'd live with that.
Here's New Plymouth Girls doing a good job. Bring it up, we just need a little bit more ball pressure from St. Kit's. Going under there on the Arai. Travel called.
St. Kit's could have found this kind of defensive pressure a bit earlier in the game. They'd be right in this. They've been really impressive the last 90 seconds.
Here is Bennett back out. Kurufifi Toru is good.
Sophie Jones from the promised land.
And almost within touching distance here are St. Kit's. 2 New Plymouth Girls as they just calmly work the ball around the 24-second clock. Trying to bleed it dry. Hardy no good. But she's going to go to the line for 2.
She likes that spin move back to her left. It's about the 3rd or 4th time that she's put the ball into her right hand and then gone back to the left.
It was great because you saw Mia Lamu there was trying to help down low, and then she spun back away from the help to create that space.
She's been one of the more impressive players for this New Plymouth Girls team in this game.
And Mia Lamu kicks ahead. Talked about quick scores.
Nice pass. Ooh. Thought she might have shot that after making the last one.
And if Mialamu just gone straight back to Jones, would have had a wide open total attempt.
Almost into the last minute here. New Plymouth holding an 11-point lead.
Well done, getting through that pressure quite comfortably. Great cutter. And easy finish there, Opal Hardy.
Sophie Wilkinson just looking off the help side defence. Opal Hardy, like she's done all game, cuts into space and rewarded with the...
Jones again. And Darcy Finnegan screaming at her team to stay up. Trying to build some pressure. 10-point game here, 30 seconds to play.
Nice pass by Hardy. Again, the passing by New Plymouth all game long has been superb.
And Wilkinson's fouled. She's going to go to the line.
Looking to extend the lead to 11 or 12 with 20 seconds to go. St Kit's call a timeout to see if they can conjure up some magic and make it a ball game. We did see a bit of a collapse yesterday, unfortunately not on the live stream, but Palmy boys were up 5 points with 30 seconds to go with the ball.
They were at the free throw line, weren't they? Up 5?
And somehow lost. So strange things have happened. Now this is 10 points, so a little bit more difficult, but that's why we love the sport, right? Because you can be down all game, chasing. I think St John's yesterday, they were down double digits, maybe into the 20s. And
I heard 20 in the start of the second half, I think.
And won the game, I think, by 9 points. So
basketball.
Yeah. That's why it's the most popular sport in the world, isn't it?
I think is it second now to football?
Well, I know it's higher than a lot of the other sports that are popular around this country.
That get more funding.
Yep.
We'll leave it at that. Right, 20.6 seconds on the clock. New Plymouth girls here with a chance to try and bleed this game out.
Sophie Wilkinson at the line.
And gets a lot of tupper there on that shot. Makes a second, so 11 points. Here come St. Ken's. What can they come up with? Great cut, Bennett. Need to put a shot up pretty soon. Rangi Haita from the top. Off the tupper. And are they going to foul or play this one out? They're going to foul.
Sophie Jones. The holding foul. Stopping the clock, 3 seconds left.
Well, it's an interesting one, right? Because 3 seconds to play, you can't win the game. And the downside to me is that if it comes back to a tiebreaker, it's beautiful off glass there from George Aldershaw. Those extra points potentially here can come back to haunt you.
Yeah, it's a risky play because you might not, if she misses both, you might not even make your shot, so you're better off just playing defense.
So final score here in girls AA action. New Plymouth girls taking down St. Kit's 60-48. Ryan, any final comments?
Look, I was really impressed with Opal Hardy. She controlled the game. She cut really well off the ball. She got out in transition. Sophie Wilkinson on the D boards. Geordie Sands on the O boards. Aldershaw was solid all along. So a real team performance from the Plymouth girls, and they'll be stoked to get their first win of the tournament.
We're going to take a quick break after this game, but we're going to be back at 5:45 with both girls and boys. As we start off with the A boys, Pool B, Te Kura o Te Kutu versus Aparima College. And then following that, we're going to have A boys, Pool A, Stratford High School versus Aquinas College. Have a good afternoon, get out, get some sunshine, and we will see you then.
Ladies and gentlemen,
this isn't about what we wore back in the day.
we're going to go now. Going once, going twice, no more offers.
It's about being trusted to get a better result for our clients since 1973.
Whoops, running on empty? Enjoy a 6 cents per litre fuel discount at your local Caltex with Pumped every day. Ah, feels good, eh? Get it at any participating Caltex.